Hi, this is Ben's Machine Shop. I'm Benny. It's about just a little over 3 months since I did a video on visiting flea markets, and in the last couple of months I have been to 2 flea markets, and I have come with some interesting, very nice little tools, and here they are. I wish to show them, share them with you. Now, the first flea market I visited, I visited a few stalls, but I only bought off one stall, and I've mentioned this stall on a previous tip, which he had 5 or 6 large boxes of tools, and every tool was £1. So I hooked through them maybe for 15-20 minutes, and this is what I came away with. Every tool £1. Now we'll start with I already have a larger pair than these of the same tool, but this seems to be a nice handy little tool. The second tool that I purchased was, I suppose you could use this for tool post or whatever. And I don't know why I lifted this, but I did. Then another tool, £1, working nicely. They're a handy little tool to have, these clamps. Everything's working on it, nice and free. For £1, you couldn't go wrong with that. And another, now I have quite a few of these, but I just lifted it and looked at it. For £1. You couldn't buy this part for £1, let alone the whole thing. Now, I may use it and I may not, but for £1, you couldn't go wrong. There may be a little bit of surface rust on it, but I'll clean it up in time, maybe when I need it. Every tool £1. Now, the second flea market, this was about maybe 3 weeks before Christmas, and the first stall I went to was a nice reamer, very sharp. Nice little reamer. 3/8 Morse 1. Very clean. There's no use buying dodgy reamers at that size. .516 hand reamer. Nice and clean. Still well oiled. Don't know whether it has been ever used or not. Now look at this one. This one is very, very clean. He assured me it never had been used, but look at the length of it. I have, I think, about 3 other reamers, something similar length, but this one is 14 mil. The other 2 or 3 I have is Imperial. This one is a 14 mil. I got the 3 of those for £10, which I thought was very good. Now, as I said, I visited 2 flea markets. Now, this one I went round the stalls. I only bought of 2 stalls, as I showed the first stall there. But this stall, I have mentioned this person before. It's I would call him a friend. I have known him for 10 years. I have dealt with him. He has kept me a lot of good stuff over the years, but he's now semi-retired. He only does maybe 3-4 markets, flea markets in the year, just for to pass the time for him. And he had a few things which was of interest, and this is them. Now, this is what he produced. This is a 22 mil. It's a hand reamer, 22 mil. Very, very clean. Very sharp. Look at that. It has been used, but from this source I can guarantee when he says very little, he means it. 22 mil. A 1-inch drill. Morse 3. Nice and sharp. But look at this, 48 mil. Brand new, never used. It's a Morse 4, which I can use in my big lathe. Nice and short. I have quite a lot of large drills that I got given to me a few years back. But this one, for to go and buy that, the price would be scary. .48 mil. Now, I thought he was going to scare me with the price, which him and I has been dealing with. £20. You would pay that for either what or that, or a lot more for that. £20. Now, he had another little thing. Now, I have showed this one in a previous video, but why I'm showing it now, he produced lovely little 20mm. Now, why I'm showing it, I keep the 2 in the 1. Not to 1 inch, not to 20mm. And the box, it's a German, made in Germany, the box was. It's a Moore and Wright, and it's got the 10,000ths. Moore and Wright. Now this one is Japanese. Lovely little mic. Why I'm showing I slip these into my jacket pocket. They're nice and light and small. And when I'm out and once in a scrapyard, they come in handy. And a hardware store, I measured a couple of things, but they're handy to have. Just slip them into your jacket pocket, overall pocket. Nice and light. Very nice. Now, for that little micrometer, he only charged me £4, which comes in nice. Now, and he reached below the counter, or whatever you would call it, the stall, and produced this lovely little. He said I was holding on to it for you. Measures a half a thigh. Mercer, lovely little. He charged me a £5 for that. Lovely little clock. Now £1 a tool, which isn't bad. £5 for this lot. And for the 2 drills and a reamer, £20 well spent. Three little reamers, the 2 little ones and one. Now, as I say, this has come in handy on a couple of occasions, and I keep it in my pocket. It may come in handy quite a lot. A lovely wee clock. Two nice flea market visits.